a carry at this point for AP Bren, considering you have Edith, you have Lasha.
But then what will AP Bren go for? Seeing the options now. Bruno?
They can still go for the higher. I think
Okay.
I kind of understand what they wanted to do with that hero. But you also still have
Sand rises when I
the
give the
clip.
word.
Oh, nice ban. Very nice ban. So, that might force Echo to go for something like a Lapu Lapu. Or yeah, I'm thinking Lapu Lapu more for Echo. But also the Teresa is good.
Yeah, I think Teresa, for me, okay, I prefer Teresa because it's easier to land the AoE.
Time and tide wait for no team.
It's Lapu Lapu. Ooh, okay.
It depends on the two picks here because there's also a possibility that Echo pick up a Benedetta if they have very weak backliners.
Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Sanford plays and main Benedetta, and I think he hasn't lost on that hero this tournament. Has been using it for a while, and I've cast a lot of it. He is probably the best Benedetta player in the tournament currently.
Yeah. Kind of makes me think that maybe AP Bren wants to put this Edith in the roam role and just get something like a Yu Zhang for Mr. Kyle, Mr. Flap Teasy. And for their marksman choice, I think the Clint looks good. This is a purified carrier. The safest choice definitely is the Pharros though.
I will what I see through my scope.
Oh, Gwen special! Excuse Moa. It is going to be a Leslie that is going to make its debut on MPLI 2023. Who would have thought? Even Wolf didn't mention it.
Whoa, nobody would have thought about this.
Yeah.
Lolita,
They will
maybe?
only make my blade sharper.
By
So
the
it's
way,
a roam Arlet.
It is going to be a Roma already here, but there are a lot of covers here, quote unquote, for Leslie. The Minotaur, Faramis, Netherrealm, right? Edith also can stop Benedetta.
so he really rests on Sanford's back, right? Because he's the only one probably that can pretty much bypass all of the CCs, all of the covers that's coming in towards the Leslie. This is probably one of the most prone to be picked, or like prone to be picked off marksman currently in the game. Very, very weak in the early game, especially if you don't have that Berserker's Fury just yet. Now, what are they cooking? Are they cooking something tasty, or are they cooking something a bit more experimental, just like the first game?
We'll have to see. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's a match point for Echo. Though, if AP Bren loses this one or they lost, they will not go home.
Oh man.
Just yet.
This is, yeah, you were talking about like April Bren. Are they holding back? Are they hiding strats? I think their idea is to overload people with information instead of the heroes that we will pick up.
Now that is a 300 IQ play from AP Bren, but we are going to see how it will unfold in game number 2 of Echo versus AP Bren.
Let's see. Smell check. Oh, early Purify popped by Few already here. And also an early sprint already here, not even a minute into the game.
Yeah. I'll use Sanford very aggressive on this Benedetta. Well, in the mid lane, it's going to be Fiosco's Ogre. It's all just to protect the Leslie. 4 protect 1 from AP Bren.
Okay, very interesting topic we discussed, but jump back to the Land of Dawn.
What is that skin from Leslie? Or maybe that there's just
a
a
new
painted skin? No, painted skin, the
Valentine's skin,
wedding
not?
fail one, yeah.
Again, seeing the compositions of Echo here, this is one thing that I want to brought up, but let's focus on the top side first here. Sanford, eye for an eye. Ooh, man, that was a good one as well, as AP Bren did not find the break off. But yeah, composition-wise, Echo will somehow force AP Bren on towards the jungles here.
Yeah.
It's such a good composition if they fight in the jungles. Right, Lilia, Arlet, and AP Bren, they need to not go into the jungle. Carl TZ though, still able to get out of that. After Blitz, the turtle, Z Flap finding one. Oh, JP Sanford looking to zone. Reggie battle and will fall to Carl. Now Echo will just hit and run this, but AP Bren, will they force a fight?
Call
Seems
this-
like, no! The re-engage, the setup! Ogwen will fall as well as you can see here, Echo, they will find the collapse view out of position, falls as well. And it was 0 for 0, and now it's 3 for Echo.
Kind of like looking at an orchestra. That is symphony at its finest. My goodness gracious, what a combo. The Violet Requiem combined with the Electro Final Blow from Sanford. This guy plays a mean Benedetta Wolf.
And definitely Echo back at their Echo Express ways. This is the Avengers-esque kind of gameplay that we know. Their own superhero landings. Carl TZ goes in with the ultimate, knocks up people, and then goes Sanford with the Petrify. You see Sanji also outplaying AP Bren, and then JP as well. You see Echo. This is them assembling.
For sure,
Like
for sure.
They're not going all together at the same time. They're doing one after the other, laying it like a cake and making it so cinematic for us.
I mean, if you're one of the greatest micro team of all time, you can do whatever you want and still get the W. But if I were to put money on who's going to be the MVP, I think it's going to be Sanford, man. Like, this guy has the potential to make a play in a team fight, also make a play in the foul lane. And Super Marco, very, very vulnerable.
Yep, Ogwen now still holding on. He has the flicker and minion curry. Will he invest in that? Let's see, Echo taking their time repositioning as well. And it is a 5-man Echo earlier on the bottom side of the map. But looking at the rotation, it seems like they will give, well, no, Benedetta will rotate towards the top side. So now Echo will invest in 4 men in the bottom side of the map. But no, they will have space here to not engage in business.
And just look at it, bro. Like the vulnerability of a Leslie already showing the very first minutes of the game as to pop up the ultimate to get more vision for the objective take.
It's a 4-man versus 3 now.
Red team
And
has
Carl
slain
TZ
the
will secure the Lord Turtle rather, and you can see here the knockup will be enough to find Ogwen with the help of Imbiru, Smash, and Betty though in trouble now. The backside will be taken out. View also low and out of the game. Marco will be taken out as well as JP now will survive with the covers, and Carl TZ isolated, taken out. Carl with the double under the turret now. Sanford, good! Eye for a 9. Great display of mechanics as Sanford now, though, will fall, and Ogwen finds the shutdown.
5-1-1, Wolf.
You could argue that that was a shutdown, right? That should be like a wasted opportunity whatsoever. But that's just onto the 2 supports of AP Bren. They were the ones who got the shutdown gold or shutdown XP as well. And Echo are very happy with that because now what they can do is to eventually be aggressive. They took a lot of time away from the farming cores of AP Bren, and they took so much in the early stages. 2.7k at 5 minutes. And they have the Radiant Armor now on Carl TZ. He's not going to be afraid at all.
Carl TZ though, looking for an angle in the backside. Good cover. Benny will reposition. AP Bren with that, they will just back off.
I mean, what do you do as a Leslie in terms of like utility? Like in the high ground potential battle, you can't really protect your turrets like Beatrix does, like even a Moskov does. But even in the damage term, in the early game, you're not doing anything at all.
Okay, Sanford here will look for a kill. Oh, that was a steal and a knockup as well. Carl TZ out of the game now. Pooper Marco petrified, flickers out of the way, but no, he will fall here surely. Carl TZ taken out, but the good cover is Sanford.
Oh no,
misses
Marco.
that one. And JP taken out. Carl TZ low, but Super Marco was isolated and taken out. Echo standing with 4, but AP Bren will have to be satisfied with 3.
I said it earlier, Wolf, they're bringing the Indonesian game to MPLI. Already 13 kills in 6 minutes. But it is to be expected though, like on how weak the early game of AT Bren with this kind of composition.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so we already talked about the Radiant Armor, right? So it's going to be great versus Flap versus Few in some way against Kyle TZ. But now JP with the Twilight Armor, the typical counter to the Leslie. Sanford pushing the lane while forcing out Few. That is how you play the Benedetta, so calculated.
One-man team, well not really, everybody's performing, but Sanford is doing God's work for Echo and
Oh
doing
my
more!
God!
Another engagement, another kill. And Echo this game. Also in the first game, man, they are on a roll.
Leslie can't even get some farm in the bottom lane without being taken out. TC far too aggressive. Definitely punished.
Man, that's a little bit too overzealous.
That's right.
For sure,
But
for
Echo
sure.
still maintaining pressure on the other side of the map.
I mean, so far, Kaltizi has been smart fella, but that was definitely a fart smella.
And well, now we can see the Echo with the player coming off from Sanford. They literally just pushed in the middle and then for some reason was already able to force out Super Marco. Knowing that Super Marco didn't have the flicker, it means that JP can just commit his own flicker, go for the final slash as well as the vengeance, and then you have the follow from Sanford where enough damage to take out this Leslie. The gambits that AP Bren are doing in the past 2 games, it ain't working.
I am very curious on what Super Marco already secured in his bag for his items. Does he even have one? I think I'm...
I think minutes you probably have one.
Yeah,
right?
probably have one, but I think at this point, rushing a Wind of Nature just to get out of the Sanford's danger zone is a good idea, right? Even though you don't deal a lot of damage, it adds a layer of surprise to Sanford.
But you have to think about Kaltizi too. That's
Yeah.
magic damage that you're talking about. I don't think the Wind of Nature rush will give them anything. If anything, I think Haskell's probably, that
more.
tech pick on the Haskell's probably is the better economic way to do it. But I think that AP Bren should just focus on just weathering the storm. Just like in game number 1, what they need to do is to get to the 23-minute mark.
Oh my goodness, let's see here.
That's
let's see.
asking too much
It's
once
the only
again.
win condition that I can see now.
In 9
6,000,
minutes.
man. 6,000
Yeah.
goal lead.
Once again, I think Echo is racing against the clock with 1k gold per minute advantage. They're looking to extend it much more with Sanji already wreaking havoc all by himself, as you said. Whoa. Give us the highlights.
Knocked up here. Oh my goodness! Bursted down. The Minotaur
man.
will not survive that one. Ogwen does not even have time to pop his own flicker.
I mean, what do you do at this point? Like, the beef that it's supposed to be beefy, it's not.
Yeah, well, he faced up against 5 members of Echo. And the worst thing about this is that he actually had a kill streak. He had a killing spree. That was shut down gold. That's a lot of gold
Oh,
that
yeah.
was given to Ben Cutie.
Oh my lord.
That's the worst part of it.
Out of all members.
But
oh,
the downside,
Sanford,
Super
no.
Marco
No
with
way.
the petrify as well.
You're
Final
not getting
blow,
away with
and
that.
Thank goodness Sanford will survive. And Echo will crack it.
Literally 1 second
What?
from the ultimate of Super Marco, and he gets one shot by Benny Cutie.
That was, Call TZ now, knocking one, and that's just a free kill. Benny, Nibiru's fashion now, looking for the baser in the mid side. Tanchi quite low though, will not pop the black shoes, as a flap will be the trade. It's a 3-for-1, well, it's a 1-for-1 from the earlier skirmish, but 2 basers, all 3 rather, will fall.
I mean, the whole Echo team should be chilled. With all the crimes that have been committed in this game, how are you getting away with an offense as much as that, Sanford? That was a solid, like, I don't know, 4 seconds in the opponent's base, and somehow you're getting away scot-free and getting a kill towards Benny the Sniper.
And Benny Cutie is 3.8k gold above
Oh, man.
his opponent. Super Marco, this is the only time where he was able to get the Blade of Despair at 11 minutes, and that's the second item only
Man,
on
I
that
think-
Leslie.
Yeah, I think I can get the choice of Little Despair there. That's more of a Hail Mary item, right? So you're
For sure.
expecting yourself to play the best game possible and evading all the incoming attacks while still doing the damage. But is that gonna be
See
enough
the replay.
against a team that is
You can see the replay.
as good as this? Like,
You can see. Watch out for. Ooh, it's just literally just them dealing the damage.
Yeah.
It's just that. And of course, even after the Paramis will be taken out easily. A double kill for the Beatrix for the easiest one to land actually. To get 10.4k.
I mean, they've been
10
doing the
minutes to
fancy stuff in the first 12 minutes of the game. I don't think they need to do a lot more fancy stuff to be able to win the game. They're just gonna take the Lord without any contest. Because if they're contesting, I think that's gonna backfire for sure.
Too easy. Yeah. For Echo now. And I can see that Echo just, I don't know, they might have just been revitalized at this point. This is not the Echo that we saw
Yes.
from MPL playoffs.
And this is also not the AP brand that we saw in MPL playoffs.
Exactly. And this is also not the Echo that we saw from the group stages. Not at all the
Yes.
first stages. They're different beasts today.
Seems like they will now look for the end with this Lord push. Maltese doesn't find the knockup, but they will find the final slash onward splat. Echo again of taking their time here. Now the realm pops Chanfo in the front side, looking for a kill, does not find it, but Maltese will not soak enough damage as the base to expose a Minion Fury for nothing. And Echo, they will send AP Bren down to the lower brackets.
Echo took Bren to the sea. And there's a reason that they are the apex predator of the ocean. M4 Champ strikes and secures grand final of MPLI 2023. Carl TZ and the whole Echo crew is looking at another silverware.
Game 1 for the side of AP Bren, definitely because of the draft.